contribution to. It was a very successful tournament. We had about 40 people this year, and it looks like we probably raised around $80,000. So that's very, very good. And as we said, the opening night in Rochester, we have the state and the county that we have sort of programs with that will match these dollars 1.5 times. So it's really like a $200,000 impact on the kids. And we do provide quality education opportunities for the underserved, primarily kids in poverty, for about 3,000 kids. So this goes a long way. $200,000 really, at the end of the day, covers about 100 kids in providing academic support. So that makes a huge difference. So we got a little bit of confusion because we had a lot of late entries. So two things. One, if you played and you have not been billed, or you have not been billed and or don't know where to send your checks to, raise your hand. So everybody knows, everybody is either paid or knows where to send their checks to. Very good. Okay, that's good. That's all that matters. Now, I have a control sheet up here. My people back at the charity, they see everybody's name and they're checking off for me, did we get money? So, that's what they're supposed to do. Now, if anybody wants from the charity a form that says you made a charitable contribution, you also know how to get that, correct?
No.
Call Janet.
Email
Janet Christensen. Okay, that's right, and then we'll send those out if you feel the need for it. Theoretically, you actually didn't get anything of value because anything you did get was digested, hopefully excreted out, except for Pat Burke. Did you get anything of value last night, Pat? I heard that you were speaking a different language last night. By the end of the evening, and you're dancing. Wrong guy. That wasn't you?
Jack. It was Jack.
So, that was Mark?
I want to ask you a question.
Oh, okay.
How large can this tournament get? How many participants would you like to have in it?
Well, that's a really good question. And Brad and Tony, what's your sense of that?
Tony and I talked, and Tony, didn't you think that maybe we'd go to maybe a total from 40 to maybe 60?
So one thought that we had was to
Do a best.
make it a two-man best ball.
Love it.
And go to 30 teams.
Which would be 60.
Okay, Joe.
I got Trevor.
What do people think about that?
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Idea.
That doesn't put quite the amount of pressure on. And by the way, Brad will never be able to set another pin.
Let's focus on Tony. Why, Tony?
Tony, would it be?
You've had $200,000 in lessons in the sand. You should be just fine.
I'm only speaking for, I believe, most of the people were clapping when I said that.
Large majority. 98%.
Okay, let's have a vote right now. Who liked the pin positions? Okay, there we have it. Who didn't like the pin positions? Who was indifferent? Okay, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. I mean,
84 years old, got a white hair, she's a good egg, and she's wandering around this building looking for us.
no, find your own partner.
The old team.
I'd bring a ringer if I were you. Okay, good. So, okay, the only other thing I have to announce, and this is maybe a little more for the Rochester crew, even though what I tried to say on the opening night is we do have people from out of town who are very connected with what we do in Rochester and who have made sizable grants and donations. So it may apply to more of you, but what we're going to be trying to do is, today in Rochester, we have about 250,000 square feet of school buildings that Education Success Network owns. We lease them to charter schools, take the lease money, give it to the county, who gives us the $1.50 back. So now we have $2.50 for every lease dollar we get, and then we provide academic supports to the poverty preference kids that are going to these charter schools. We only service poverty preference charter schools. So we actually have approximately this year about 1,200 kids in our charter schools. We'll be up to about 1,800 when we're finished. And one of the things that you find when you create quality education opportunities for the underserved, the impoverished population, is that education opportunity, even with academic support, doesn't mean that they're going to get through the challenge that poverty presents. And so we are creating what we call a success campus, where we will provide wraparound services to the child, maybe their sisters, their brothers, their parents, including making sure that the families have food. Most of these families actually don't have food. The kids come to school starving. And we are going to be starting with going out to the community for $4 million for a 5-year program that actually the Sands Foundation is going to match dollar for dollar. And then we'll take that $8 million and go to the state, who has an anti-poverty program, and they'll match the $8 million dollar for dollar. So we'll have $16 million to apply to creating these success campuses, and hopefully help over 5 years, 12 to 1,500 families and the kid. The real key here is redundancy in getting services applied to not just one child, but many child in the same family unit, and the parents, getting the parents more literate, more financially literate, with job skills, so on and so forth. So many of you in Rochester, I'm looking at Pat Berg again, we will come and present to you to see if in fact we can extract some.
I'm in for $10.
He's in for $10. By the way, a buck to him, he was a banker. Everybody knows what a buck is in banking language. Thank you for that $10,000. So we're very excited about this, and it's really telling some of the Rochester folks and some of the other folks that have been very involved. The Wilson Foundation, Dick, Joe, have been very involved in this, and Walter Samowski, I think, left already, but his company has been very gracious and made significant donations over the course of time. They're out of Toronto. We'll gladly bother anybody, but it's really a Rochester-centric project. But your monies, are going to great use, and again, thank you very, very much, everyone.
All right, we're gonna get started with the contest winners. So on day one, our longest drive. Our longest drive on day one was Jet Meta. And our longest drive on day two was Matt Kava.
Is it in the fairway?
Perfect.
By the way, I was the guy who wrote no white tees today. Which, it was fine the first day. I think that was the proper thing.
What I am glad about this event, there was no rules sanctioned event.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of them get thrown out on the first hole.
Yeah. Did I do anything wrong?
No, you were good.
Okay. After you did. After I teed up.
All right, so our closest to the hole for day one, 6 feet, went to Tom Blank. 6 inches.
6 inches.
6 inches. What did I say?
Twice as long.
6 inches.
That was 3 inches.
That was 6 inches.
It was.
All right, so on
Did he
day
putt it in?
2, went to wind clout, 21 feet. 21 feet! What the hell?
Where was everybody else?
That was the only one that hit the green.
21 feet.
All right, we got two special awards. Well, they might not consider it special, but we do. So we've got we're going to give out a little prize for the high net score for the event.
Oh, the high net?
So our high net went 170, went to John Judge.
John was in our foursome, and I think as our foursome, even though we have the low gross and one of the low nets, I think our foursome as a foursome could have the high gross and the high net.
Next year.
All right, so now for our high gross, 201 went to Luis Ribeiro. We didn't say worse, we said high. Now high is good in most sports except low gross at night.
He's scratching
For the low net division, we have first, second, and third. So we have some gift certificates in the pro shop, and we also got some Callaway Tour hats as well. So we had to break the tie for our third place. So our third place low net, we did the back 9 gross minus 50% handicap. Went to Walter Samowski, 142. Third So winning that tiebreaker for second low net went to Jack Gelbeck.
Oh, yeah.
And our low net champion for the weekend, 138, went to Jet Meta. All right, so let's move on to our gross division. And gross is a good thing in golf. So our third low gross at 154 went to Tom Blank. That was pretty good after you get rid of that front 9, right?
Yeah.
On the first day?
On the first day.
Yeah. Very good playing after that.
Oh, you're smooth.
You about my hand. All right, second low gross, 152, went to Matt Cobble.
Is that the white tees?
And our low gross, great score this weekend with the win, fast breeze. Minus 2, 142, 71, 71.
Yeah, I have to say that I had a personal bet with Joe Wilson the whole round, and he won $200 from me.
All in
But-
fives, right?
We agreed that I would contribute not only the 200 that he won, but I would double that and contribute 400, so a total of 600 to the charity. And then he himself contributed another 600 in addition.
All right.
So
All right.
Now, also he was, his amateur status is in question. He did win the New York State Amateur at what age? How old were you?
25.
Oh, you were old then.
1989.
Who was on the back?
90. He was caddy.
You were on the video on this one.
You better not put the video on this one, it's gonna affect it.
That's right.
But just want to thank the club, Andy, Darren, Ray. I mean, the spread, everything you guys did is unbelievable. Tony, you and Brad, you guys put together a first class thing, and we all love it. We all love coming down. So thanks.
Our pleasure.
Good. Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah.
Fantastic.